From Studio 3C in Rockefeller Center, this is News 4 New York.
There is a very special battle of the bands going on this month at a popular music venue in Midtown Manhattan. It's called Wall Street Rocks, and it is for a good cause to raise money for veterans and first responders. Here to talk about it is Pete Carrara. He is the co-founder of Wall Street Rocks. Pete, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Pei-Sze.
And tell me, what do suits know about rock music?
Oh, come on. So there's a lot that suits know. What I figured out years ago when I stopped playing, put down my instrument to get a day job, that I wasn't alone.
And what is it? Drums, right?
It's drums for me, yes.
Okay. Yeah. And you put down your music because you had to
get a day job, right? You had to make a decision, and mine was to pursue a career on Wall Street. But what I found is I wasn't alone. There were a lot of folks that played music. Some still played on weekends. They played in clubs in their neighborhoods. They still played very actively. But for myself, I did a cold stop and just totally stopped playing altogether until Wall Street Rocks was formed in 2011.
And that cause really got you to,
Absolutely.
come out with your love of music again.
Absolutely. We raised money for the Wounded Warrior Project, Operation Finally Home, and Reserve Aid. And it's been very successful. We have a show next week at the Cutting Room.
Okay.
Right here in Manhattan, and it's September 18th, and the shows are becoming more and more popular. There are still tickets on sale right now on wallstreetrocks.org. So.
What is the reception to this? I mean, on the part of veterans and the Wounded Warriors?
It's great, right? They are they're so appreciative. They're supportive. They come to the shows. We get emails on a lot of the blogs and a lot of interaction with veterans that are so supportive from this, and the atmosphere is just great.
And how often do these shows occur?
These shows happen a few times a year, and they lead up into a finale that's usually in December.
In December, okay, that's the big show.
It's a big show. We don't have the details on what it's going to be yet. We'll start playing the details after next week's show. But we've done the last two finales at Irving Plaza.
Oh, okay, that's a big venue.
Absolutely.
And this is a battle of the bands, right? So you're managing director of the Royal Bank of Canada. Do you play against, J.P. Morgan, Chase?
It is, and it sort of happens where some of the bands are mixed. So it's not that there's an RBC band or a Morgan Stanley band. A lot of the musicians are mixed up, but what we do is it is a competition to win a spot in the year-end finale, and we use a text to vote for the winners to be selected.
Now, we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is for charity and a good cause.
Absolutely.
But for you guys, I mean, it's got to be pretty cathartic to be able to come out and do this.
It's really, it's like I said earlier, right? So there are some guys that continue to play, and they'll play in clubs on the weekends, and they'll have fun and they'll have a great time. But there's really, there's nothing like, at this point in our music careers, right, to be able to play at a place like Irving Plaza to a sold-out crowd and to raise money at the same time.
Okay, so you can get your tickets online, right?
Absolutely, wallstreetrocks.org.
And the next show is September 18th?
Next Wednesday, September 18th,
okay.
at the Cutting Room.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
appreciate
Pei-Sze.
it. Check it out, and we will be right back with much more.